Okay, at 6:49 PM, a motion was made by Mr. Long, seconded by Ms. Lewis to come out of executive session. No action was taken. Do I hear a motion to approve the executive session minutes as read?
Make a motion to approve the executive session minutes as read.
Ms. White,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Finley. Any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed. Motion carries. Next, approval of personnel action report. I'll make a motion to approve the personnel action report as amended. Second. Second by Mr. Long. Any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed. Motion carries. Next is superintendent reports. Mike Wilson.
Chairman, first, Ms. Smith's not here tonight. She is currently playing the role of the mother of the bride and has a lot of important things going on. First would be the general fund revenue. I'm sorry we don't have the video up tonight. But out of our general fund revenue, June 2018 was reported at 89.34% and expenditures at 94.72%. Our SPLOST revenue for June 18th was $425 million. Our SPLOST revenue, if I can find her comment here, $425,402.25. Our balance in SPLOST 4 and 5 is $9,198,753.63. The interest of $3,596.55. Our current 12-month SPLOST revenues average $397,207.60. Any questions about our general fund? Questions about that report? All right, next I'm going to ask for that. These are action items. Under next will be our operations and maintenance report. There is one item I would like to say before Stacy gets started with that. I'll lay my hands on it a little better. Just for our public hearing, it's noticed all of our Cannon plant users. It's been brought to our attention that back in early spring, our Cannon plant had not been inspected by the state for the last couple of years. We contacted the state agency responsible for this inspection. It was placed on the inspection calendar, which was supposed to be the first week of July. We've just been notified recently that our inspection schedule has changed till late fall. And due to this information and the fact that it has not been inspected last couple of years, I'm not comfortable in opening our Cannon plant without proper safety clearance. The safety of our employees and our customers at the forefront will not open the plant this year. We are exploring the possibilities of relocating and updating our plant to our new Pickens Junior High campus. I know this may be a huge inconvenience to several of our citizens in our county, and I'm truly sorry about that, but I can't overlook the possible safety issues with our boiler and everything else that must be inspected. All right. Stacy.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Operations update, maintenance is very busy. Our movers are very busy. Our principals, I appreciate what y'all done for us this year. You've been really patient. You worked well with the crew. I hope we've been responsive and cordial to you. If we haven't, let me know, and we'll have a conversation with some of the guys. But I think everything's gone pretty well for the intense move that we've had to take on this summer. We will be in the next week coming by with the crew, and they'll stay with you a day to a day and a half to 2 days at each school to do anything internally we need done, and take requests that you may want. We do not want teachers going to the warehouse or Jasper Middle School and picking out stuff and getting it to take to their classroom. Principals have got to agree to that you can have it, you can't have it, because we don't get all this clutter, all this old stuff brought back into the buildings that really doesn't need to be. I just wanted to thank y'all because you've been more than patient with us, and I appreciate it. We'll work hard to make the next 2 weeks go as smooth as we can, get everybody happy, and then we'll handle. You know, I feel like during the year we're going to have, the first month or so, we're going to have needs and wants when people get in their classrooms and things going. So be patient. We'll work on it. We'll get them for you. But we may not have everything you need the very first day because we're giving you the necessities, right? Okay? I appreciate it. Transportation, you already heard the report. I'm very proud of that group. They do a great job. We did attend a conference in Jekyll. It's very informative, and it's a lot of state information and new rules and regs coming out. We are going to get a piece of a bus funded this year. We'll get some money back from the state. It's about $78,000. So we had actually pulled all that from us last year because we ran out of options with them. They only did it so long, but they did put some money back in the budget. We'll get some of that money back, so that's the good news. No SRO reports on the feeding program going good. She's served about 60 yesterday, which is one of the better days, I think. But it's not what she wanted to do. Yeah, it's not what she really wanted to do. I mean, the mobile side. Feeding program's been great. The summer program, she's feeding a lot of kids, especially with all the events going on in high school. The mobile unit did about 60 yesterday. So we'll have to explore some other options to make that a little more cost effective next year. Beth's working on it. You got anything to add to that, Beth? Alright. And that's pretty well it on the report.
I have a quick question. I know we put something out in the paper that we are going to be purchasing the school supplies for our schools. Do we have a plan for distribution of those? Do each school order their own, right?
Most of the schools have already ordered theirs, and so they will go to the schools themselves.
Go directly to the school.
Right now, we don't have the capability to do it in the warehouse with it right now.
So in the future, we would be able to do that.
But it's also very hard to beat sometimes Staples and a few of the other places. They'll run all these specials. And, a lot of it real cheap. And of course, that we might not be actually buying bulk for some of those stuff.
Right. Well, I think it's a great thing. A lot of people are very happy about that.
You see the work that's going on here. It will be completed by the next board meeting. The warehouse, the shelving will be in probably next week. They're pouring the ramp in the dock right now, so we'll be able to use it within 2 weeks too. The Welcome Center, you'll see some other information. I brought you on that tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's pretty well done other than paving. So we're close. Nothing's finished. We're close. We're close.
Thank you. Thanks for your group.
That's it for my report.
Okay. Next on the agenda will be some action items. First, spending resolution for August.
Mr. Chairman, this is something that we normally have to do every year until our full budget is approved. And here again, it's just a resolution that allows us to spend 1/12 of the budget to keep everything going until we get tax digest in and get a final budget set. And I would ask that the board would give us the ability to have a spending resolution for the month of July. For August.
This is exactly like what we did last month.
Same exact thing.
Okay. I'll make the motion that we approve the spending resolution for August of 2018.
Second.
Second by Mr. Long. Any discussion on that? All in favor? 5, none opposed, motion carries. Next will be FY19 salary schedule.
Mr. Chairman, I would recommend that we approve the state salary schedule as is. It's the same schedule that we approved this past year. The only difference is the dates are going to change from 2017-18 to 18-19. But we ask that our salary schedule would mirror that of the state.
Do I hear a motion to approve the FY19 salary schedule as presented?
I move that we approve the 2018-19 salary schedule as presented.
Ms. Finley?
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Lewis. Any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed. Motion carries. Next, resolution authorizing Amendment 1 of the Strategic Waiver School System Contract. Ms. Levertore.
Good evening. Wow, Stacy does a fantastic job running around, getting everything visible taken care of, and coordinating and moving. I do a little bit of a quieter job. I have to take care of the amendments and letting the state and different entities know about our restructuring, what we're doing in the schools. Some of this includes talking with DOSA, GKIDS, Godot, Georgia Accreditation, and right from the start. So we have to keep everybody updated on what we do with the schools. What you see in front of you, you should have a copy of it there, Mr. Bell. We have a cover page introducing ourselves. By the way, I have sent a copy of this to Mr. Ersty and Alan Meyer at Georgia Department of Education, and they have approved everything verbally and via email. We now just have to get it signed off. The second page is just a resolution that we will submit a letter of intent to Georgia State Board of Education for amending the strategic waiver contract to remove Jasper Elementary School. And the third page is the actual amendment. When you look down, by the way, I've never written so much legalese in my life. When you look down, it does, towards the bottom state, accept as amended herein all other terms and conditions of the Swiss contract and subsequent amendments to the Swiss contract, if any, shall remain in full force and effect if there is a conflict between this amendment and the contract or any earlier amendment. So this is the only thing that we are requesting to be amended, is the closing of Jasper Elementary School.
Jill, now does this take care of the realignment? Do they care that we're doing the junior high school? And
No, they do not care. Actually, we keep the same school numbers.
Okay,
Jasper Elementary will still stay number 203.
okay.
And that's with testing and everything. Now, next year, the state loved hearing about this, especially GOSA. With the restructuring of the schools, our CCRPI will be a little more convoluted in calculations because of the overlap of grade bands. For an example, Jasper Middle School will have technically an elementary 5th grade and a middle school 6th grade. So it will not be as easy for them to calculate, but they're willing to do it. It's not an issue.
And I've looked on the GOSA website many times, looking at other school districts who have different configurations than us. And in comparison, you're having to go to maybe an elementary school or like what we're going to have here to find the grade level that you're trying to compare it to. So you got to really pay attention to some of that data on there. But
Any questions?
thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution as presented.
Motion by Mrs. White. Your second.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Lewis. Any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed, motion carries. Next, 5-year facilities plan.
This is a formality from the state. We just have to have you sign a resolution asking for their assistance to develop a new plan. Our plan runs through June of 19, so we're a year out. So around December, I'll be bringing back the official plan, something like that, December, January. But this one's really important because of realignment. And to answer your question, Amy and I took care of all the other stuff with the state of getting the codes and numbers and all that right, because we had to make sure, because she may have had to totally revamp the financial system with new codes and all, but no, they left everything the same for us. So we just changed names and addresses is all. But this resolution is just formality. If y'all would be happy to sign this for us, so I can get it to the state. It gets us on the books. They get us in line to have our review. I actually served on the 5-year review for y'all before I came, the last one. So that's all it is, it's formality.
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution for the 5-year facilities plan. Second. Second, Mr. Long. Any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed. Motion carries. Next, the guaranteed maximum pricing for the Welcome Center.
You've already approved this project, you've already approved it in our details and all with a general budget for it. This is the actual real budget, and I don't feel comfortable doing a project this size and not having you see the GMP and sign off on each one and brought it back to you. And with the paving, by leaving 3 lanes to get in just as it is now and not convoluting the traffic and all, it's gonna be $160,170 if we spend it all, but we do have some allowances and contingencies in there. Probably will come out with $15,000 or $20,000 under that. Just wanted to make sure y'all see this, because I don't like doing something that major without y'all's final approval.
Do I hear a motion to approve the guaranteed maximum pricing?
I make a motion to approve the guaranteed maximum pricing for the Welcome Center.
Motion, Ms. Lewis,
I'll second.
seconded by Ms. Finley. Is there any discussion? Discussion. All in favor? 5, none opposed. Motion carries. Next will be approval of some Pickens High School Club. Mr. Lawson.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. We were contacted by Optimus Club, former board employee Bruce Godfrey, had expressed interest in the local Optimus Club supporting and getting involved with Junior Optimus International at our high school. And I think there's been a time when we've had that in the past, but been several years. And so we have an advisor that wants to take it on and wants to offer this for our students. I think it's a great organization, and we'd like to gain approval to be able to offer that for our students. I put a little information in the packet as to what Junior Optimus International does. Works closely with our local Optimus Club, and I think we will have several students that will be interested in that. The other one is Mu Alpha Theta, and it's basically a math club that does competitions, and they compete with students outside of our school. A lot of the competitions, though, take place on an online environment, so there's not a lot of travel or anything. But we had a teacher that approached me in the math department about this last year when I first came on board as principal, and told him we would look at it, of course, coming into the next year. And he asked me several times throughout. He's very passionate about it. Did some competitions not affiliated with this throughout the year for our kids. And while I was not that student in school, we have some students who are very, very interested in math, getting into math and love it to the point that they want to show their skills. And obviously, if we have something they want to show off their skills in and have that aptitude, I think we need to promote that. So, again, having two passionate advisors who want to be involved in these organizations and give our students another opportunity to be involved with something extracurricular at our school, in this case, co-curricular for the math one. So, just asking for your approval tonight for us to carry on and offer that this fall at Pickens High School. Thank you for your consideration.
Is this something, Ms. Ross, I know we have like math folks, elementary school, the math teams in middle school. Is this something basically just a continuation, but it'll be a platform, I guess, or that?
And whereas we are the only high school in the county, they would have to seek outside competition after school, weekends, whatnot, but a lot of it takes place on campus. And then they compete, regionally and state level and nationally. But I think it's pretty cool exposure, not a lot of financial obligation involved. Have set up a charter once we gain, permission, and fill out some forms and some request a charter from the organization. But yeah, similar to that, from what I understand, and really it goes international from what I understand too. So they can get outside of the country and compete. So I think we need for our kids to get to compete there at that level.
I'll make a motion that we approve the creation of the two clubs at the high school.
Second.
Mr. Long, second, Ms. White, any discussion?
I would just like to say, I think this does sound like great opportunities for our students.
All in favor? 5, none opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Next, approval of the minutes from the June 14th regular meeting. I hear a motion.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the June 14th regular board meeting.
Ms. Lewis. Mr. Long, any discussion? All in favor? 5, none opposed, motion carries. Next, approval of surplus from JMS, is that correct? I don't know what it is. I hear a motion.
Make a motion to approve the JMS surplus.
From Mr. Long, second by Mrs. White. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0, motion carries. Next, board comments.
I've got two things I would like to comment on. One is that I would like to thank Dr. Wilson for his efforts and everybody else who was involved in getting our school supplies provided. I think that this is a wonderful thing that we're doing, and I'm looking on Facebook at all the school systems who are not doing something like this and listening to the complaints of the parents who are having to shell out the money or stand in line or all the things that they have to go through to get that done. I'm just very proud for us that we were able to do that. And thank you so much for all of you who worked on that. And the other thing I'd like to say is that on our personnel action report, can I make this public?
Yes.
Okay. We approved a position tonight that is very near and dear to my heart, because y'all know that I have a counseling background. And so we have had some mental health activity from Highlands coming in and working in our schools, and I think that that's been valuable, but I think that it's going to be even more valuable that we're bringing somebody on board full-time to our school system who will be working with a special segment of our students who are affected by trauma, because that is a very specialized area of counseling. And so we have a lot of students who have that impact in their life. So I'm very, very pleased that we are adding that position to our system. So I, again, would like to thank Dr. Wilson for leading that effort and those of you who are supporting this with our kids, because I do think this is going to be something very valuable to a certain group of our students who really need that support and need that attention, and your regular counselors do not have time to give this the attention it needs. So I'm very excited about that.
I just really would like to thank the staff for all their accommodating of how much we've changed and moved and how much work that's gone into that, and the amount of work put in by Stacy's crew and all of the schools and the teachers that are having to move all their things. And I know it's a lot being in the classroom myself to know how much stuff it is to move. So thank you for all of your staff for their accommodations that they are making for us to realign the schools to hopefully make them even better than they already are. I do want to appreciate Dr. Wilson, since I have 3 children myself with school supplies. That is just one less thing off our plates that we have to do, is go into that long list and shop. So I really am appreciative of you finding a way to get that done as well. And I know a lot of people are very thankful for that. I have other people from other counties, when I posted it, they were very jealous. So thank you. It's good to make somebody jealous every now and then over something.
I guess this would be a point where we would tell everybody to hopefully enjoy their last few weeks of
Yeah.
quietness, but with all the moving going on, I doubt that there's anything quiet in any of the schools.
No.
So and I doubt you're really going to enjoy the rest of your summer without kids with all the moving, but we appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Any other comments?
Sharon, I would like to come up with a date.
Yeah.
Where they called me to discuss personnel that we need to possibly hire right before school starts.
Does everybody have a calendar in front of them?
The 20th, next week, Friday. Is that good?
Is it good for you?
Yeah.
And our employee times?
I can make it work, whatever we need to do.
What time?
How long a meeting is it? What do we need, a whole day?
If you also wanted to tour the facilities and look at a few extra things such as that. Now, of course, we could, that, we still need to wait. I'm going to do another call meeting to go over test scores and what we've accomplished and things, because most of the staff will be here on the 20th. So, I mean, we could do the
So we can do it-
personnel and everything.
So we can do it maybe at once, and you could at least work a half a day. Would that be better?
No, I'm good with whatever we need. We need to do a whole day and just do our tour and get it all knocked out.
We can do all that except possibly go over test scores and things.
We can do,
You're going to do 2 and policy personnel, since we've got
Yeah,
a
we've got
deadline on
personnel.
that.
Yeah, that's,
We can do that, that would be the most important thing. So get the personnel and
if we do just personnel and finish that on the 20th, and then come back a little bit later to give Stacy's group just a little bit longer to finish all the facilities, so you'll see a finished facility. And then at that point, we can review test scores and our plans for this year. So that should not take that long, maybe an hour,
we'll do
2
2
hours.
now at the beginning of the,
Well, we could have that one, we actually could do the facility tour and the test scores, we could actually do that right after school started that first week if we needed to.
so July 20th is Friday. If all we're going to do is personnel, then that's going to be a short block of time.
Should be.
So Byron would probably be the most.
That one we can do it, we can do it in the morning or in the evening.
I'll do whatever their workshops. I know some of our folks don't like to get up early, so.
They do it.
I'll do it whenever, we can do it lunchtime, I can come at lunchtime. We'll do, I'll make accommodations for what works best for everybody.
Do it early. I'll do it early. Looking where it's normally on the negative side.
Excuse me.
Don't ask the retired table. Do they want to do it early?
The keys are contingent over here.
We didn't say that, we just said
What,
we're
11
retired.
o'clock?
That is early.
I'm usually around by noon. Whatever you
We
want.
do that.
Whatever time.
To quote Byron, I can make it
Whatever time
work.
it won't take long.
Why don't we do it like at 4 or 5, and that way you can pretty much work a whole day?
Well, I'd rather do morning if I have.
And everybody's all their meetings planned. Let's just say the dates we can decide after everybody.
Whatever time.
That way they don't
I'm
have to
just-
sit here and listen to her quickly.
Yeah, 7:30 is fine.
7:30.
Okay, 7:30.
Holy shnikes, 7:30.
Somebody's got to make a decision here, so 7:30.
Jeez.
Then let the next day
Yeah.
close. Yeah, we'll
Make a
decide.
shot.
Okay.
Yeah, you make fun of them, and you're the one that played last night.
7:30, man.
We'll do 6:30 then.
No, that's worse. I was thinking 4, probably in the afternoon.
All right, any more comments? All right, next item is to adjourn. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Glad to make one.
Mr. Long,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Lewis. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0, we are adjourned.